Hanks is the third child. Chet Hanks is the third child of Tom Hanks,
This
one
guy!
of the most famous actors of all time. Anytime his name has been in the media, it is negative, giving the perception that he is the black sheep of the family. Tom has consistently maintained a positive and wholesome image, which has endeared him to audiences worldwide. Many people refer to him as America's dad. However, the actual son of the perceived down-to-earth actor says things were not as good as they seemed. This became abundantly clear when in November of 2014, Chet revealed that he underwent treatment for cocaine addiction. This was the first time Chet made headlines. Quite the introduction. People wondered how a child raised in the same home as Tom Hanks took such a dark path. I've been struggling with substance abuse since I was 16 years old. Finally, at the age of 24, I decided to get some help. With 50 days of sobriety under my belt, I can honestly say I'm the happiest I've ever been. Chet said that his parents were very supportive and helpful towards him overcoming his problems. People sympathized with Chet for being so open regarding his addiction. However, just a few months later, he posted an Instagram photo that would change people's minds about him. Chet uploaded a photo of him holding two guns with a caption that reads, "Check out the song me and my N-word, chill that dude just dropped on SoundCloud. Juice, link in bio."
I hit him with the joke, like Kobe when I show, like Reggie when I ride. My niggas shoot for fun. I need an extra long. I fuck a nice sprung.
Most people had no idea Chet was an aspiring rapper, and they were not fond of his use of the N-word. Chet claims that music is the first outlet he used to express himself when he was 15.
Well, that's
First
something.
things first, man, we talking about the hearse. I got mad gifts, but this verse about the curse. Of when life stops and the good times cease, D-Breeze aunt and Dice grandma rest in peace. That was the first verse I ever wrote.
However, he didn't record or release music until he became a student at Northwestern University in 2011, recording White and
That goes gas without the G.
Purple under the alias Chet Hayes. This song was a remix of Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow, with the lyrics changed in reference to his school colors. He also dropped a few other club-style songs to show his versatility.
Actually, can I go to...
People were dumbfounded at the thought of Tom Hanks' son of all people becoming a rapper. I'm aware that the reason my rapping has been publicized so much is because of that fact, so I'm appreciative of the publicity that I get because of it. According to Chet, his father heard most of his music and was pretty supportive. He suggested his wealthy background didn't discredit him as a hip-hop artist, saying, "Hip-hop is much larger than that. It exceeds boundaries beyond race and socioeconomic background. It doesn't matter what country you're from or what nationality you are. Hip-hop is music, an art form, a culture. It can appeal and come out of whoever it speaks to, and it speaks to me." 3 years later, when people questioned Chet's use of the N-word, he said this.
Look, I know the majority of y'all are not going to get this, because the history is still so fresh in our country. But hip-hop isn't about race. It's about the culture you identify with. And can't no one tell me what I can't say.
But he made a little adjustment to that statement.
I just want to clarify one thing. Under no circumstances.
Chat, he had me in the first half. I was on board. Then this shit's gonna slide out of the controller.
Would I ever go up to somebody that I didn't know and just be like, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" It's an unspoken thing between people who are friends who understand each other.
But it wasn't just the word, it was the multiple photos of him on Instagram flexing guns and trying to act like a gangster when everyone knows that's not his reality. To put it plainly, people just saw him as a douchey, out-of-touch rich boy who thinks he can say and do whatever he wants. However, Chet claims that these antics were all a side effect of his really bad drug problem, because later on in 2015 he announced that he was finally in rehab.
Alright.
Hey, I just want to say I know like my name's been in the media about me like going missing or getting kidnapped or something. I'm just gonna let y'all know I've been in a rehab, right? I'm just trying to get my together, and I'm doing pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? And you know, another thing is, you know, like that stuff I was in the media about the N-word and everything. You know, I know a lot of y'all kind of understood the point I was trying to make, but the truth is, it's not my place to speak on that, and I'm genuinely sorry for the people that I offended.
Up until this point, people were so eager to know what Tom Hanks thought about his son, and Chet finally let us know how his dad truly feels in this interview. But first, a word from our sponsor, Aura. Have you ever Googled your name and seen yourself on one of those strange sites that has way too much information about you?
Jesus Christ.
What does your dad think about it? Can I ask that?
Maybe, I don't know.
My parents are just like, they just like making sure I'm good, like...
Guys, I'm not gonna, guys, this is Patrick CC makes great videos. Patrick CC goes hard. Patrick CC goes hard. Thanks. Boom.
They don't really like tell me what to do anymore because like I'm grown, you know what I mean? Like
His brother Colin was asked,
Sounds
and
like
he
giving
just
up,
responded with a bunch of vague compliments.
He is, you know, obviously he's doing his own thing. He's
He's
very passionate about what he does, and he's got an incredible work ethic. He really does. I mean, that dude hustles and works hard, and you know, I want him to be happy. I want him to be successful. I want him to feel like he's following.
Guys, this is tough because I feel like a lot of times if you're not actually genuine and supportive, right? Saying this can is like a double-edged sword. It'll either come out as very genuine, but if it's not very genuine, it's the exact opposite. It's not as condescending, patronizing. It's kind of embarrassing if you're the one on the receiving end of it, which really sucks. I'm telling you, guys, this is not how I read this. This is a super mega black or mega white. That's how it is.
He's passionate and doing what he wants to do.
From this clip alone, it seems like his brother Colin is more well-adjusted and mature, and that's because they were raised entirely differently. Tom's 2 older children are from his first marriage with Samantha Luz. Colin, his first son, was born and raised long before Tom was a massive success. Tom said, Colin and Elizabeth remember when their dad was just a guy trying to make rent. Colin grew up in Sacramento with his mom and spent every other weekend in LA treating it like a fun sort of getaway. Colin didn't grow up living a lavish lifestyle. His mother kept him grounded. I don't know how much money my mother was getting in alimony, but what I heard was, we don't have the money for that. Your dad has that. We don't have that. Chet, on the other hand, was born and raised in luxury. Tom Hanks met fellow actress Rita Wilson in the early 80s on the set of Bosom Buddies, sparking a friendship. Following the end of his first marriage, Hanks and Wilson reunited on the set of Volunteers in 1985. In the film, the two played lovers.
Chet, that's gonna cook though. Guys, I feel like if both know about and interact with one another, it's a bit like the video, right? Where you have 2 monkeys in a cage, and one is given like a fucking fruit, right, or like a raisin or whatever, and the one is given like a cucumber, and one gets really upset. That's like a very normal thing, like.
In which Hanks later expressed that there was instant chemistry. I asked Rita if it was the real thing for her, and it just couldn't be denied. Their connection led to a romantic relationship, and 3 years later, the couple got married, before having 2 children, their eldest son, Chester, Chet, in 1990, and their youngest son, Truman, in 1995. 2 years before Chet was born, Tom starred in Big, which became his breakthrough into superstardom.
Why
he was paid $1.7 million for this film
gonna...
and 7 figures for every film thereafter. He went on a legendary run of huge hits like A League of Their Own, Sleepless in Seattle, Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, and Toy Story. By the time Chet was 6 years old, Tom Hanks had achieved a legendary status in Hollywood and was earning tens of millions of dollars. I was watching Big when I was a little kid, and I was like, that's Dad. What's he doing on TV? And Mom was like, he's an actor. That's what he does. Chet and Truman were raised in Hollywood, in a luxurious mansion. They mingled with other celebrity children and took extravagant trips on private planes all around the world. However, Chet says this wasn't exactly what people thought it was.
They expected it to be like me, like running around like this Richie Rich.
Like Richie
Rich. Like I didn't have a care in the world. I had like endless money, and I could just like hang out by a swimming pool all day, like drinking margaritas. And I'm like whipping around like Rolls Royces and shit, like partying in mansions. Like that's what they expected my life was, and it wasn't like that at all. But me, it was like, yo, Dad, can I get some money? He was like, yeah. Like, go wash my car, I'll give you $20.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like that. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, not only did they not spoil me.
Bro, why are you saying wow? Bro, that seems like a dad trying to teach his fucking kid financial literacy and responsibility. What the fuck?
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like that. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, not only did they not spoil me, but they went to, like, far lengths to make sure, like, that I was, like, as normal as possible.
Chet swears he wasn't spoiled and had to work for everything he has. However, people had a preconceived notion that he was a rich brat, automatically disliking him. But the people that were nice to him, he felt that it was only because he was the son of Tom Hanks. Either way, Chet felt like the entire world was against him. His rebellion was smoking weed, listening to rap music, and being the antithesis of his father. When his parents caught him, they didn't discipline him themselves. Instead, they sent him away to a wilderness program for troubled teens. Second Nature Entrado was a troubled teen therapy program located in Santa Clara, Utah. Wilderness therapy programs are a major part of the multi-billion-dollar troubled teen industry, which also includes therapeutic boarding schools and residential treatment centers. These programs are...
Something I heard from somebody else that went in one of these programs, he said that, maybe he was wrong, he said that most people that go there are court-ordered to go there, right? Because they do something bad when they're young, they do some sort of crime, whatever, and they're like, yo, dude, like, send your kid to one of these things or something like that, right? What the fuck? That's what he said. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Which also includes therapeutic boarding schools and residential treatment centers. These programs are designed for adolescents struggling with issues like drug dependency, depression, poor grades, low self-confidence, suicide, and eating disorders. As the name suggests, wilderness therapy combines counseling and wilderness experience like hiking, camping, and other outdoor recreation activities. At the program, Chet was forced to do manual labor in the remote wilderness. He said he never knew when he was supposed to leave the camp. It's extremely uncomfortable. It's not like camping. It was like designed to be as harsh as fucking possible.
Yeah,
these wilderness programs have earned themselves a terrible reputation over the years. The main philosophy of the TTI is that teens need to be isolated and broken in order for them to improve. And this is done by making...
Chat, you can call me a pussy all you want, okay? Sometimes, chat, guys, I would do sleepovers, right, when I was really young, and I kind of felt like crying a little bit. Because, right? I don't know why. Okay? I don't know, man. Like being like away from home and seeing somebody else. I don't know why. It's common apparently. Okay, so not only being in another place, not being even near your parents or remotely close, and not knowing when you're gonna see them, whatever. It must be kind of tough though, dude. Like
them
definitely
participate in humiliating group activities, forcing them into manual labor, giving them small amounts of food, and threatening them with violence. The program that Chet went to, Second Nature, decided to rebrand to Evoke Therapy Programs after a staggering amount of lawsuits. One claiming that a child was unable to bathe themselves for 8 weeks. One saying a child is sleeping under a tarp in freezing snow. One child said that she was held in solitary confinement. One parent was denied communication. She didn't even know if her child was alive.
Okay, well, that doesn't sound real. Okay, yes, if you sleep under a tarp in the cold snow, you're not waking up. Okay, you're waking up fucking blue and you're missing half your limbs, yo. All your limbs, you're dead.
There is a very extensive record of horrific complaints about Second Nature and every other wilderness therapy program in the United States. Chet said this program did not do any good for him. He wanted to go harder, party harder, do harder drugs to make up for lost time. He spiraled for years.
I hated my life, and I felt like a fuck up. I felt like a loser. That didn't last very long. that didn't last very long because it was in that time period that I found out I was having a daughter.
Chet's girlfriend at the time, Tiffany Miles, revealed to him that she was pregnant. Immediately, his whole mindset shifted. He realized he needed to get sober, take responsibility for his actions, and get a real job so his daughter can have a good life. He tried another go at music. This time, he started a duo alongside Drew Arthur called FTRZ. They released 2 singles, Models and Nowhereland, as well as the Ocean Park EP. This music went relatively unnoticed, and Chet knew his best chance for a real career was not in music, but rather following the family name into the world of acting. He landed a few one-off roles in Marin, Tales, and Curb Your Enthusiasm, before landing more permanent spots in 2 hit TV shows, Shameless and Empire. Empire provided him with enough money and stability to provide for his family. And believe it or not, Chet is actually a decent actor, must be in his blood. He's particularly exceptional at acting like a Jamaican man, and in 2020, the world got to see his talent.
Big up the whole island, massive, it's your boy Chetana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want to say? Me father Thomas presenting in a what, soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
This took place on the red carpet of the 77th Annual Golden Globes, where Tom Hanks was accepting the Cecil B. DeMille Award for his impact on the industry as an actor, producer, writer, and director. Sadly for Hollywood, nobody cared about the awards. Only 2 things were being talked about that night. 1. Host Ricky Gervais absolutely roasting the audience for 3 hours straight, and 2. Chet Hanks speaking patois. The internet was on fire, calling him cringy, racist, and a cultural appropriator. He responded to the criticism with a second video on Instagram outside a smoothie shop in LA.
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston. Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up. Internet gone mad. Respect, you don't know. Me soon forward a yard. Booyaka, booyaka.
Chet was loving the attention, and he kept feeding into the memes.
Okay, yeah, it's not my place to talk about it. Okay, so I'm not. Okay, but I think it's like, you can say it's cringe or whatever the fuck or funny. I think it's funny. Okay, but I think going as far as saying it's racist and shit like that, I don't know if I would go that far. But I guess the people can.
Despite the outrage, many native Jamaicans thought it was hilarious and were not angry.
The man is just having fun, man.
He even got an acting role for one episode on Atlanta because of his fake accent.
Guys, because if people like to actually try and do the accent of another spot of another place, that's fine. If people do that to like UK and a bunch of other places, dude, why is some more bad than others? You have to kind of, in my opinion, if somebody's actually trying, not making fun of it deliberately, right? I think it's all fine, or it's none of it's fine. I think that's kind of the good approach to it.
Grow up in Trinidad or Jamaica?
No, it's Trinidad and Tobago. And no, I'm from Tribeca.
However, Tom never spoke about his son's dreams of being Jamaican. Chet was feeling unstoppable, and he made an announcement on Instagram that hyped up all white boys around the world.
Look, I just wanted to tap in really quick. I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is, it's about to be a white boy summer. You know, take it how you want. I'm not talking about like Trump, NASCAR type white. I'm talking about, me, John B,
shit,
Jack Harlow.
I am fucking hyped for that.
I mean, let me know if you guys can vibe with that.
In the caption, he urged people to tag a real Vanilla King in the comments. A lot of people, particularly white boys, thought this was hilarious as Chet was playing off Megan Thee Stallion's 2019 hit, Hot Girl Summer. Others took offense to the phrase, especially since Chet had already garnered criticism for appropriating black culture in the past. In a video posted a few days later, Chet clarified, you know what?
Oh my god, bro, wait, he can't do any culture, even though his own? Bro, I think this guys, I mean, what do they want to do? They want to do like sign language at this point?
It's not white boy summer.
What do they want?
Is having any ill will or prejudice towards anybody from a different background, race, walk of life than you. Chet capitalized on the controversy by releasing a song, which is his most successful song of all time, as well as releasing a line of merchandise, which included hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, tank tops, leggings, caps, and bike shorts. However, further controversy ensued after people called out the Gothic-style font placed on the merchandise, as it resembled a font used by white nationalists. He also launched a line of Black Queen Summer merchandise using the same font. I want to see some white boys and some black queens wearing each other's shirts. However, White Boy Summer was about to come to a screeching halt before it even started, when a video of Chet and his girlfriend Kiana Parker in the middle of a domestic altercation hit the internet.
This just attacked me with a knife.
No, I didn't. Did I attack you with a knife?
This bitch just attacked me with a knife.
Did I attack you with a knife? No.
Chet claims that Parker attacked him with a knife, stole his belongings, and charged thousands of dollars on his credit cards. The pair reportedly began seeing one another in March of 2019, but split in January 2021 when Parker got a restraining order against Hanks, alleging that he threw a bottle at her and said no one would believe her because she's, quote, a ghetto black bitch. Hanks denied any abuse and later filed a lawsuit against Parker for assault, battery, and theft. Parker told a different story and claimed that Chet threatened her with a knife when she showed up at his home with movers to collect her things. She also claimed that Chet pushed her and attacked her outside.
We're not offended. What did I say? I didn't say anything. I didn't say shit, bro. These are all words. I don't know what happened with this. I'm letting it play out, bro.
Chet's attorneys told media outlets her claims are completely false, fabricated, and fictional. Come April of 2021, Parker filed a $1 million lawsuit against Chet. Her lawyers accused Chet of making a mockery of black women in the criminal justice system by proclaiming that it's going to be a white boy summer and a black queen summer, while knowing he mentally and physically abused a black queen. Chet has...
Okay. These guys must lack actual structure in their fucking claims. I mean, guys, I'm gonna take a limb here and say that what they actually have in something must be so slim to have that at the top of it to put this on. That's like
a Black Queen summer while
It must
knowing
be
he
at the bottom of
mentally
the
and
barrel,
physically
but maybe I don't know what I'm talking
abused a
about. I don't
Black
know.
Queen. Chet has continued to deny all allegations of abuse, and as of right now, the case is still in process. Kiana even tried to make Tom Hanks a witness, claiming he provided a healer for her, who has not been named. During this whole time, Tom has never spoken about Chet's alleged abuse.
What?
Chet decided to end his white boy summer with a statement about the vaccine.
Appointment and get the vaccine first thing. Psych! Bitch! If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I never had COVID. You ain't sticking me with that motherfucking needle. It's the motherfucking flu. Get over it, okay? If you're sick, stay inside. I'm tired of having okay? Why are we working around y'all? If you're in danger, stay your ass inside. I'm tired of wearing a motherfucking mask.
Chet's parents were some of the earliest celebrities to test positive for
Right.
COVID-19 during the pandemic. Chet himself posted a video to social media about his parents' status after hearing the news. Tom and Rita would go on to donate their blood to help with treatment-focused research. Despite this, Chet remained.
Guys, I'm not gonna make fucking political opinions, okay, chat. But listen, I had COVID and I fucking hated it, okay? It was clapping my cheeks raw, okay? So honestly, I'm kind of glad I had the vaccine. So I don't know, I don't know.
Skeptical.
It clapped me,
Many
dude.
people want to know what Tom Hanks thinks of his son, but we honestly don't know. Tom has basically never spoken about his son in a public forum. A Man Called Otto is his newest film where his other son Truman was chosen for the lead role.
Wait,
the most recent
who
video
is
of
this guy?
Chet and Tom is at this Dodgers game singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Chet says that his dad loves and supports him. Most people who say that Tom is embarrassed by Chet are just guessing. It's actually Tom's silence that draws him criticism. He has been sort of the innocent, nice guy his whole career.
Okay, chat, guys, here's my take, chat. Guys, literally 80% of the time that I see people call out cultural appropriation on Twitter or anywhere, dude, it ends up that the culture that they were taking from, actually, they didn't even get it right. It's another one, and the one that they're saying it stole from, actually, they got from the other one. At the point, we don't even fucking know what's going on anymore, dude. Holy shit.
His lack of controversy and always positive attitude makes people think that he is secretly hiding something. More specifically, conspiracy theorists think he is a part of the QAnon global child sex trafficking ring. They point to Tom's Instagram, where he often posts photos of people's gloves, children's socks, shoes, and pacifiers. They say Tom is hiding in plain sight, leaving a trace of evidence for his crimes. Plus, he has the comments disabled, making it look even more suspicious. Chet has actually addressed this on the Impulsive podcast.
Like, this is, dude, like, it's really funny because, like, I saw this, like, with the conspiracy. There's like, these are the gloves of the abducted children that they left behind. It's like, dude, my dad, like, was doing that glove shit because he's, like, trolling Instagram. Right. And, like, he kept on, like, seeing, like, gloves on the ground because people, like, lose their gloves in the middle of the winter. It falls out of coat or something. He kept on seeing gloves, so he just, like, took a picture and posted it because he's, like, trolling Instagram. Like, my dad does not give a shit about social media.
For the past year, Chet has been trying to avoid controversy and tell his life story on various.
You know what? Maybe the explanation is good when I explain properly. That was explained so poorly that I don't really know what's the point of it that much.
Various podcasts. He is also trying to promote his brand as a fitness and life guru. Hanks Fit is his subscription-based membership club for the low price of $300 per month, where he will make you a custom workout routine, meal plan, and give you meditation techniques. Chet wants people to understand that he is not just a Nepo baby who was handed everything.
That description, Tom Hanks' son, like, who is that? But who are we imagining as Tom Hanks' son? Who the imagination of who that person must be is in the mind of every single person. It's subjective.
There's no doubt that
What?
Tom Hanks' son. Like, who is that? But who are we imagining as Tom Hanks' son? Who the imagination of who that person must be is in the mind of every single person. It's subjective.
There's no doubt that being plagued by living in the shadow of your father is rough. Maybe he is not like most typical Hollywood kids that grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, but he has gotten away with a lot of questionable behavior, and that is likely because of his celebrity status. However, Chet has not earned his own fame. He still has big shoes to fill. The harsh reality is he's going to have to do something pretty remarkable if he wants to be known as Chet Hanks and not just Tom Hanks's son.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the thing is that, unfortunately, people have to reach a little bit higher heights when they have more like kind of propellant, if that makes sense, or more traction because of who they are in their spawn or whatever, right? So they have to kind of go hard, you know. They don't. Yeah, I mean, at least to earn people's respect.